small magazine capacity, incredibly low muzzle velocity, and one of the lowest single bullet damage ratings in the game. So why is the AS VAL so expensive, and should you use it? The AS VAL is a weird gun. At least in Sandstorm it is anyway. So let's begin this video by addressing its main flaw, the muzzle velocity and damage. A number of people have asked me what it is that I look for in a weapon when I play Sandstorm, and my answer is always the same. I don't really care. No way! If it's fun, I'll use it. But if I want to sweat my ass off, there are two main things I look for. A high muzzle velocity and a high fire rate. More so the velocity, I think though. Yes, I know that the high-end 7.62 weapons are great for those juicy one-shot ranges, but that's not what I want to talk about here. The higher the weapon's velocity is, the faster the bullets will reach your enemy, which results in a further hit scan range, which will ultimately help you win fights against guns of a similar caliber and some larger calibers. But I'm going to show you why the fire rate works in tangent with the velocity in order to make the perfect gun. What the hell? So for example, if I were using the AUG A3 and the enemy was using the QBZ-97, theoretically if I pulled the trigger first, the AUG A3 would win that fight, yeah? You are stupid. 9 times out of 10, if you pull the trigger first, you're gonna win the fight. But let's say your enemy is as equally skilled as you are and is able to pull their trigger a fraction of a second after you did. My money would be on the QBZ-97 winning that fight. Or at the very least, you guys trade. Because the QBZ has a higher fire rate, it's able to pump more bullets into you faster than what you can with the AUG A3. But that's just me being pretentious at that point. The AS VAL ticks one of these boxes for me. Can you guess which one it is? What a joker! The fire rate on the AS VAL is insane, which makes it a lot of fun in CQB, but the velocity and base damage is so bad that you'll most likely lose fights with anyone over 30 meters away. I've lost count of how many times I've lost a fight or traded with someone simply due to their bullets reaching me sooner, even though I pulled my trigger before they did. Every frame matters in this game, and the AS VAL leaves way too many open for me to take this gun seriously. Excuse me? Excuse me? Holy fuck. The only redeeming quality it has is its fire rate and how absurdly quiet it is, but we'll touch on its audibility soon. Stick around for that because it's actually crazy. With a fire rate of 1,000 rounds per minute, you can sink half a magazine into someone before they even know what happened to them. Poof, dead. Evaporated to nothing. Its time to kill is insane. Even though it's a 3-shot minimum to the chest, those 3 bullets hit them so goddamn quickly, you can straight up nuke a dude in like 3 frames. But how bad is the velocity really? Well, I went through and took the average velocity and hit scan range of these weapons and compared it to the AS VAL. I obviously didn't include these because they're all just too entirely different compared to the AS VAL. I just stuck with the SMGs and assault rifles and bullpup rifles. The main guns, I guess you could say. I really don't know how to word that properly. The average velocity of the weapons came out to 737.7 meters, which brings the average hit scan range to 73.7 meters. So with the AS VAL having a velocity of 295 meters a second and a hit scan range of 29.5 meters, it's safe to say it sits well below average, with even most handguns succeeding it. Even the trusty Makarov. Shit, even the Welrod falls only just short of the AS VAL. But even with this incredibly low muzzle velocity, it's still not difficult needing to lead your targets a little more than usual. And while we're here, let's quickly brush over the penetration power because I think we can all assume it's pretty pathetic. Wood and metal were both 2 to 3 shots and it doesn't even penetrate concrete at all. But is being able to penetrate objects even that important? Of course it is. Don't you dare ask such a stupid question. Okay, so you remember when I said the AS VAL's only redeeming qualities are its fire rate and how absurdly quiet it is? Well, this thing is so quiet you can only just hear it at 10 meters away. That's it's only just audible, dude. That's crazy. Anything further than that and it's completely silent. So with all the commotion that goes on every second of the game, there is no way the enemy will figure out where they are being shot from. The AS VAL is a brilliant gun for flanking and getting behind the enemy unnoticed. So let's move on to what attachments I recommend you use. The AS VAL is an expensive gun. I'm still undecided if it's even worth the 6 points, but here we are. The iron sights on the AS VAL are really good, second best iron sights in the game after the AK in my opinion, so a sight is completely optional. But the extended magazine is a must. With only a 20 round base mag, you will burn through that in a second and find yourself only being able to take out 3 or 4 enemies per mag, if you're lucky and have good aim. So with only the extended magazine equipped, the AS VAL is still costing us 8 supply points, which is over half of what we're allocated. So a grip is completely up to you, but not necessary. I would either choose to run the aiming grip, or honestly even the quick draw grip, because like I said, you burn through your magazine so quickly it's easy to get caught out reloading. So being able to quickly switch to a sidearm in a hurry can save your cheeks. Equip a quick draw holster on your trusty Makarov and you're all set. Don't you dare even think about spending 3 points on a recoil grip. The AS VAL has 0 recoil, this thing has a laser beam. I swear to God, if you put a recoil grip on this, I'm gonna come to your fucking house and eat your ass. I would actually even consider taking a light carrier as well for that extra ammo that's easy to burn through when you're going on a streak. But that's where you need to make the decision. Do you want to not take the carrier so you can remain very light but risk running out of ammo and needing to scavenge guns off the ground? Or do you make yourself that little bit heavier to ensure you don't run out of ammo as quickly? So let's answer the question, shall we? Should you use the AS VAL?
Well, yes, but actually no.
It's a tough one. I really don't like saying you shouldn't use a certain gun in Sandstorm, even though I've said it in the past, because any gun in Sandstorm is viable and you can perform well with them. There are just guns that are obviously statistically better than the others. The AS VAL is just a fun gun to use because of its insane fire rate and how quiet it is, but it's easily outclassed by a lot of other weapons. Even within the Breacher class, you are probably just better off taking an MP5. Okay, shot the back. You burn through so much fucking ammo, man. Run away. I don't even know what you're doing.